Hey, and welcome back to the next episode of the Right Hand Drive Guys podcast, the podcast for guys who like right-hand drives. I'm Bobby. This is Aaron.
Yo.
And we are back yet again. And it's almost New Year's, man.
It is.
Already.
2024 is
in the wind,
gone
dude.
in the wind,
Yeah,
dude.
we pissed all over ourselves. But yeah, we're like, hey, okay, it's New Year's. Like, let's just get on there and you love it, dude. Pissing in the
Just
wind.
piss all over ourselves,
Yeah.
dude.
That's how 2024 felt for sure. But yeah, I mean, we're like, hey, let's chat about what 2025 brings. Maybe make a few resolutions.
Yeah.
Even though that's kind of corny, but we're like, let's just like make some goals, and if they happen, then sick.
Yeah.
If not, like, I don't know, we suck.
Yeah.
Kinda.
It'll be on the list for next year.
Yes, exactly. You can always put it off till next year. So let's chat about it, man. So 2025, we definitely let's start individually. What's your 2025 goals?
2025 goals.
Yeah, car related mostly.
Car related. Definitely want to get this SR20 in. Definitely want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely want to drive my car more next year. Go to more meets.
Go to more
more
meets.
events.
Mm-hmm.
Go drifting some more. I would like to do that. That's definitely on my list. That's basically it. Still hammer out some episodes. Love doing that.
He wants to get the motor in his car, beat the shit out of the motor. Okay. Yeah, no, I get it. Duh. Like, why else would you put the new one in there, dude? Yeah, and so, right. I mean, 2025, get your car going, drive more, right? Because, you'll see these videos, these reels or shorts, and they're like, you didn't buy the car to stare at it.
Yeah, no, I definitely
Some people
didn't.
do.
Some people do, and I can
Which is
respect
cool.
that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, there's something you enjoy about that, but
Feel kind of bad for the car sometimes.
yes, because they don't get driven like they were meant to. And that is the hard part. You want to drive it like it was meant to, but then also you don't want to have to replace stuff.
Right.
So it's kind of hard,
It's a tough one.
So for me,
Yeah, let's hear it. 2025.
2025, I definitely want to get back to Japan, which we'll get to. But as far as the cars, I would love, and I've been saying this probably the whole time that we've been on the. Can you guess? Can you guess what I'd love to do to the R33?
I got an idea.
Yeah, I'd love to bring it to UP Performance in Washington. That's a trend for me.
Yeah.
I have wanted that for a while, but
Take to UP Garage.
yes,
Got it.
yeah. But it is. We are literally on the complete opposite side
Yeah.
of the U.S. So not that easy. Yeah, like and they are like professionals. They want me to come out there, check the place out,
Yeah.
drive a car, drive multiple R33s with different setups, and then figure out what I want, not just buy parts and
That's pretty
try
sweet.
it. So I respect that, and I want to give it the time it deserves. But beyond taking it to UP Garage, I just got most of the lights on the car switched over to LED by
you
Quest
did.
Japan. So I need to get those installed in 2025 and, get the interior of the car put back together. Got a little headliner issue I need to figure out. But otherwise, man, I mean, I'm good on this car. I'm all set there. My focus, I think, in 2025 will be on the 34 GTR.
Yeah. As it should be, right? It's going to be coming in
Yeah, so
late.
that's the end of the year, pretty much. I think like 1 year from today, I will have
think
it
it'll
in
be
this
here?
garage. Yeah, 1 year from today, it will be in this garage. It is eligible on the 1st
Yeah.
of December. Of course, Top Rank's going to aim for that.
Yeah.
It may be the week after. The only thing that may hold me up is their pre-delivery inspection and making sure that everything is good. But if I can have Top Rank Global in Japan handle that prior, so that all they're doing is looking over it and not actually changing anything, I think that would speed it up on this end because I've heard it can take anywhere from a week to 4 weeks for you to get the car. It depends on how many are coming over for them at the time, in the backlog. So, yeah, I mean.
Because they got a whole queue. I guess, of cars coming in.
So I would like, if I get my way, my 34 will make the trip to Shizuoka to the Top Rank Technical Factory.
Nice.
So Sato-san can have fun. So Sato-san can have fun, and I would have him kind of do a similar setup to this, like what I have in this car. Some differences, but that would be ideal for me. Have UP do the 33, have Sato do the 34. It comes to me and it's good. I don't need to send it anywhere.
Yeah.
Because that's what I don't really want to do once it gets here. It's already sitting over there.
Right.
So, that's kind of in a nutshell, as far as cars, that's really, if things go well in 2025, maybe I can add to the collection. But for right now, I'm just focused on what I have.
Add to the collection. So wait, what would you add to the collection?
Currently, that could come over right now. I guess if we're talking about cars that could come over right now, it would be either the EK9 Type R or the S15 Spec R. I mean, I would do a Spec S, but I just kind of sold my motor. That would go into it, so I guess I had to get a Spec R. But, yeah, that's what I would get if I could get cars that would come over right now. I do want the Evo 7 still, for sure. Though I think that would be really cool. But so podcast-wise, though, we need to set some goals for the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think the biggest and best goal that we can have that would contribute would be to meet more people.
Yes.
Right? I mean,
meet more of you.
Yeah, meet more of you guys and meet more people that aren't watching and listening and just kind of let them know who we are. We both have been around for a long, long time in the scene, so to speak, and have made a lot of friends, but there are so many people in it now.
Yeah.
That
there's a whole different generation now.
There's a whole different generation that, we can appeal to and find, common interest with. So that I think is the biggest goal. But to facilitate that, the next goal would be, of course, to make it to more events and meets, of course. That's where you meet the people that are interested in the same things.
Right.
Our geographic area kind of hurts for that, Of course, shout out to South Portland Cars and Coffee. Love that. But it's not quite what we desire, right?
Yeah.
So the problem for us is, even though we got a double-decker trailer with a cantilever that we can bring both of our cars somewhere, we got to drive at least 4 hours.
Yeah.
At least. And that just gets us to Connecticut, to that's like
the tri-state area.
The tri-state area. So it is hard for us, but we're definitely going to do our best. Of course, you'll see us at Import Alliance.
Yeah.
Can't miss that. Love everyone from Nashville that shows us a bunch of support.
Yeah, absolutely. Love the Import Alliances.
Yeah. And so physically, that's kind of the plan, right? Meet more people, get to more events.
Yeah.
Get more exposure, let people know who we are. But internally, podcast-wise, right? Like, we're on, 100 and something episodes, right? Yeah. Over 110 episodes, dude. Some people quit their podcast after 1, 2, 3, 7, right? Yeah. We kept trucking. So, and it's evolved, right? Yeah. It's gone through personal knowledge, interviews, how-tos.
Dude, I listened to episode 1 the other day.
Wow. That's hard. You made it through.
Whoa, dude, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What were we doing back then?
Right.
That wasn't even that long ago.
Right. But it was, if you think about it, right? It's the beginning of 2025, and we started this in March of 2023.
Yeah.
I mean, we have released every single weekend.
Yeah. Every
weekend from March of 23 to January of 25.
Yeah.
So that's really important. This consistency has attracted people like you, and we want to continue to attract people like you.
Yeah.
We want to spread the word. We want you to spread the word. But how do we do this? So we're going to continue the interviews. I think the interviews, you know, of course, I know you guys love our opinion and us like rambling on about stuff and laughing like ding dongs, but like that third person really brings a separate dynamic. And that I think is going to be a bigger focus, exposing more people, not necessarily, you know, somebody on the level of RJ DeVera all the time, but guys just like me, like Aaron, like you know, or girls, that's cool. They're going to come on, you know, and we can hear stories that you can actually relate to instead of sometimes these stories and this info that is like so far beyond what we can accomplish, you know, most of us could accomplish, right? Yeah. So I think that'll be a big goal, is to not only have the big dogs, but also have like the quote unquote little dogs, right?
I mean, hearing a different perspective on the same things or, you know, similar things that we're doing, always love to hear, you know, always love to hear about, you know, other people's experiences whenever they travel to Japan, or other people's experiences with whatever motor setup they had or whatever it might be.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big thing because community is what we're trying to build here. Definitely not doing it to get rich. Definitely not like doing it to pump up our ego. It's literally just to connect with people. And, you know, if you listen to last week's episode with RJ, you would hear us say that we did this like not to get famous, but solely to stay connected to something we love, right? I showed this guy a picture of me shirtless,
dude,
all
right,
creepy.
dude.
I'll put it on the YouTube video. I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, we're like, all right, like we need to stay connected to what we love. And this is our version of doing that.
Yeah.
You know, and so, yeah, beyond like more interviews, I'd like to, which goes hand in hand with the event thing, I would like to pretty much be able to kind of record live more. Yeah. I think that was really cool when we do that at Import Alliance. We did at Tokyo Auto Salon. Yeah. I want to do more of that. Yeah. You know, even if it's sitting on the ground on the side of the venue, but we're there, we're feeling it, the energy's there. That's something I hope we can accomplish, is a few more of those.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something we can knock out. I mean, just any event that we can go to, we can definitely bring our setup and knock out an episode, and 90% of the time it's going to be something that I would assume you guys are interested in. Yeah. If we're going with our cars.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, dude, yeah, we just fold out the table in the middle of the parking lot, set up the podcast. People are like, what the hell?
Dude, I'll do it at Buc-ee's. I don't care.
Yeah, actually, live from Buc-ee's. Yeah, no, that would actually be super sick. Okay, so, yeah, I mean, that's kind of like they're not resolutions. That's just goals that we have, you know, for the podcast, of course. Yeah. One guess though, I'm gonna put it out here and hope that it happens, or else I look like a fool. So we do have a commitment from Larry Chen. So that's going to be
Larry who?
Larry mother freaking Chen. What? Whoa. Yeah, no, we're pumped for that. He said he would love to, but obviously the man's super busy. Yeah. Super busy. Obviously. So we just wait, and we're patient, but eventually we will get you a perspective from Larry Chen. Yeah. And so, like I said, like, you know, big dogs, right? But like a lot of little dogs. That's what I want to see, is try to get other people's story out there. Larry's story's been shared a ton of times. Yeah. It'll be an honor to have him on here. But absolutely. Like guys like you, me, that's who I want to get a little bit more in touch with. Right. So, okay, 2025. Well, I mean, what do we have planned so far? Not much.
Not much.
Yeah, no. Yeah. But we do know for sure, like I said, we're going to Import Alliance. Yep. I am returning to Japan in like maybe 10 days. And I'm going to be going to Tokyo Auto Salon.
Nice.
That's the main reason,
Mm-hmm.
right? Tokyo Auto Salon again. Try to meet new people to have on the podcast, of course. That's like my main goal is to kind of network in that sense.
Yeah.
Tokyo Auto Salon is sweet, but how different will it be from last year? Maybe a little,
right.
But the overall thing, like Top Secret is going to have a bunch of gold GTRs, but to be that familiar face and, oh, hey, you're back again, and so, yeah, I am back again. When can I schedule you for the podcast? I got my planner right here, and so, yeah, that's really the goal. But I will be doing a few other things, so we figured, we've kind of reported on every other Japan trip.
Yeah.
Why not go ahead and just report on this one?
Yeah, why not?
So, on January 8th, I'll arrive in Tokyo. And I am bringing my daughter with me this time. Aaron couldn't come, so I'm bringing my daughter, which, great for me. Her hair isn't quite as nice and not quite as long as yours, but it'll do.
She can't drive when you're passing out, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, I got the smelling salts for that this year,
nice.
dude.
Are those legal there?
Whoa, imagine I get arrested for smelling salts getting off the plane in Japan with my daughter.
Wow.
For smelling salts.
Holy moly,
that
dude.
would be insane.
They call the dogs in on you?
Yeah.
Got a bunch of corgis running out
No,
at you?
dude, the dogs would be bouncing off the walls if they friggin' sniff these things, dude. But yeah, so we're headed out. This could be the last time that I get to drive my 34 before it comes over here. I've been lucky to go plenty of times, and there's not probably time to go again before I hope it ships out in October.
Yeah.
So this is the last hurrah as far as I know. And so, of course, going to Tokyo Auto Salon, that is, my plan for Friday, as well as the Tokyo Underground Meet, which I was pretty nervous about because the Tokyo Underground Meet, the deal is you have to buy your tickets in not a convenience store, in Peaches, which is like a lifestyle clothing type company, and it's limited. Like if you remember last year, I don't know if it's in the same Aeon Mall garage, but if you remember last year, Top Deck was like the show, and then the next one below was like extra cool car parking.
Right.
And then maybe there was one more. I don't remember.
I never went down there, but
yeah. So now
it was all
this
filled
year,
out though.
Yeah, this year they are selling tickets for all of those spots below the Top Deck.
Wow.
Top Deck is only for if you're invited.
Whoa.
Yeah, and like last year we just got lucky and like Jesse Ouji like brought us in with him, and they're like, "Hey, who's that?" And he's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. He's with me." And they like let us in.
Yeah, he pulled out a few places. I was like, "Hey, that's pretty cool."
Yeah, he like got us in with him. Yeah,
shout out to Jesse.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much. And so I'm hoping I'll actually be able to return the favor this year, which is cool. But so, anyways, I was like kind of stressing out about it. I'm like, well, how do I get this parking ticket? Because I know they're not going to just hit me up and say, "Hey, come." Like I'm not. Yeah. So I hit up Peaches, and they're like, "Well, weren't you guys here last year?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but like I didn't expect an invite. I'm just trying to make sure I have access to the parking tickets." And they're like, "Nah, dude, if you were up there with us last year, like you're definitely going to be this year." Yeah, and they had me hit up Takashi.
Yeah.
And which is crazy. Like Japan's like smaller than the US, but it's small, right?
Yeah.
Like we were leaving Wekfest Nagoya.
Yeah.
And we see these three skylines.
Yeah.
3, right?
Yeah,
I think it was. Just friggin' nasty, dude. Was that a Bina or was that?
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was closer to Nagoya.
Right, correct, yeah.
Yeah,
I forget the name of that one, but it's the big one right there. It's got a Ferris wheel, if you know. If you've been there, you know it. It's right outside.
Easy to get lost in. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, super weird.
But yeah, so we see these 3 skylines, oh man, LM GTR, or not LM, sorry.
R33 LM.
Yeah, the R33 LM. And then a 4-door R34?
No, it's a sedan. I'm sorry, it's a coupe.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and so it happens to be this Takashi guy.
Yeah.
Who runs Tokyo Underground Meets, and he invites us to this one, the next night or something, right?
Yeah, it was completely random, and it was in Tokyo.
Yeah, it was in Tokyo. He's like, yeah, it's in Tokyo. We're like, what? What the hell? We're like way out here, dude.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah. Anyways, we went to that one. We showed up like as it was kind of ending, which was sweet because we got to see the whole like recession or whatever, everybody leaving, and so I hit him up and. Yeah, he's going to get me in there, and hopefully I'll be able to get Jesse in.
Dude,
and
nice.
So that's another little pinnacle thing, being able to participate as an American with your car in Japan in something like that. Because he's like, generally, the invites are for locals.
Yeah.
He's like, that's what the invites are. But obviously, you've participated. You know, we know you, so like you can come. Type thing.
That's super cool.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. And then on a few days later, Top Rank is having the track day again.
Yeah.
This year, I have a speed limit defensor, so I'm going to be able to actually
feel more than fourth gear.
Yeah, not see what my car can do because I'm still going to be conservative because I don't have enough experience on track, period, to be going full out. But on that straightaway, oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be the fastest where I'm at, you know, like, and so I'm also excited, and I'm hoping this is okay, but I'm excited to have my daughter in the car with me while we're on that famous track, and like, you know, just have her experience what it's like out there and probably be freaking out and stuff. So that's
super
cool. Hopefully I don't spin out, knock on aluminum. But yeah, so that should be pretty cool. And then since this is one of my last trips, or my last trip, at least for a while, I am going down to Okinawa to see what the extreme south side of the country is like. And then we're staying down there for like 2.5 days, going to go to some museums, do some different stuff.
Dude, I heard Okinawa has the sickest Applebee's.
Really?
On base.
On base. Yeah, I bet they do. And then after that, we're flying up to Sapporo in Hokkaido.
Nice.
And we're hitting Niseko. So we're going to go, she's a skier. She's been skiing since she was like 2.5 years old. She can out-ski us for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, she's good. So I'm going to give her that experience of being able to, like, hit the Japao and, like, you know, do the whole thing. So, you know, then we're also going to be spending a day with Albo when we return from Hokkaido.
Nice.
If we're not sick from all of the different, you know, it's like 55 in Tokyo, 75 in Okinawa.
Yeah.
Like 28 in Sapporo.
It's that warm?
Yeah. Like, so it's kind of, it'll be a whirlwind, let's just say.
Yeah.
But so we're going to spend a day with Albo. He's going to surprise us with a few different things to do. Which is, you know, pretty exciting in that sense. He always kind of gives us a good opportunity to learn and see new things in Japan. So, yeah, and then I'll say kind of goodbye to the car for the last time, potentially, until I see it here, which is like, you know, it's one of those things. Like, most people are like, well, aren't you excited to, like, have it? And I'm like, no. Not really. Like, I don't really want it to even come over because it's going to sit in this garage.
Yeah.
I'm going to stare at it, want to drive it, not want to drive it because of the ding-a-lings on the roads and then how beat the roads are and how unclean the roads are. Not that I need, like, a you know, yellow brick road to drive down.
Right.
But like when you're driving down the road and all you can hear is sand and rocks just ripping off your inner fenders, it gets a little discouraging for like GTR guys.
Yeah.
Right?
GTR
Yeah. You know, those wussy pusses that won't drive their cars in anything but perfect weather. That's me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, I mean, of course, I'm excited to get it over here, but then also it marks like the end of a thing, right? Like, this is my 5th time going. I've driven the car well over 10,000 kilometers over there. To bring it over here is just a little lackluster, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I already got this thing, so like.
Yeah, I'm sure you're saying that now, but we'll see your face when it lands, all right?
Yeah, we'll see your face when it lands. Yeah, so that would be the Japan trip. I'll definitely, when I return, I'm sure much more will go down, and I'll have a bunch of stories to tell everybody. Yeah. Looking forward to that for sure. If you are out in Japan, I had 2 guys hit me up about if like we were gonna host any meet up or like meet people, and I was like, yeah, dude, we're like just 2 freaking idiots from Maine. What do you want to meet up with us for? But so I am going to post the itinerary on Instagram, and if you want to meet up, just hit me up, and I'll do my best to make that happen for sure. Love to meet everybody, like we said.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is just our little New Year's episode. It's a shorty. We just wanted to kind of go through some of our goals this year, personal and for the podcast.
Yeah.
And just give a little Japan rundown, and hopefully shout out anybody we can meet up with while we're there. But for this episode, the New Year's episode, I'm Bobby. This is Aaron.
See ya.
Happy New Year.